Hello everybody! If you've watched my previous Wacom Expresskey unboxing, you may remember I said I would attempt to set it up with my Chuwi Hi12. Well, that is exactly what I plan on doing today. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing I'm going to need if I ever hope to make this work is to download Wacom's latest driver. It's the same driver I needed for setting up the cintiq Pro and Expresskey on my MacBook Pro. It's like an all-in-one driver needed for all of the Wacom's current products. This time I'll be downloading the Windows version though, since my Chuwi is Windows, not Mac OS. It's going to take a good 5 minutes since the kids are watching cartoons on YouTube downstairs, so my internet's a little bit slow. Okay, now that it's done downloading, let's just open it up and let it install. Pretty simple basic process. I don't get asked much apart from the fact that Windows doesn't recognise Wacom's driver. But at the end, it's going to ask me to restart the computer, or in my case a tablet, in order to finish installing, so I'll be back after that. My tablet's just started back up again. If I head into the start menu, I find the Wacom driver has successfully installed and the Wacom Desktop Center is there. Now what I need is a little dongle, and I'm going to just put that into one of the USBs. We have 2 on the Chuwi, which is plenty more than enough for me. Now let's see if this shows up on the Wacom Desktop Center. And sure enough, we have the Expresskey settings, even though I haven't switched on the actual remote yet. Clicking on the link there pops up the Properties window. I'd say it's time to switch this on now and see if it works. And voila, it works straight away. What I'll do is close these and open up Clip Studio so that we can test it out. Right, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to sketch a quick cart. I know it's not the best, but let's see if the remote can zoom in. Here you go, zoom in and zoom out, both are working, functioning well. I'll zoom in and turn my brush size down, then draw a smaller heart here. Now I'm turning up the brush size to fill it in. That's all working nicely. And undo. Now redo. Those work too. Let's try rotate. Okay, so rotating doesn't look as smooth as it does on my MacBook Pro. It looks a little more choppy, but that might be down to the low specs of the Chuwi compared to my MacBook Pro. But on the positive side, if you've watched my setup with the cintiq Pro, I had a problem with the canvas continuing to rotate for about 10 to 15 seconds after I'd lifted my finger off the remote. Well, I don't have that problem here. The canvas seems to stop rotating after a second of having lifted my finger off the remote. I wouldn't say it's instant, but it's much better than how the cintiq Pro and the Wacom Expresskeys performed on my MacBook Pro. I have a feeling this is down to this being Windows with the Windows version of the Wacom driver installed. Maybe the Mac OS driver needs an update to fix this. That's pretty much it on how to set up the Expresskey with the Chuwi. I'm happy it works. Having the Expresskey makes workflow smoother because I don't have to move my hand away from the canvas to undo or whatever. So yeah, really useful to have for any artist really. Thanks for watching. Bye!